Hello everyone, good morning. It's Sunday today, and I know that today is it's a no bones day, for lack of better words. If you know, you know what that means. A no bones day. I will link the little pug who inspired or who started no bones days, but today we're in comfy clothes. I've got like my comfy Province of Canada sweater on and some very old jeans and my slippies, and we're probably not going to leave for a good little while, even though it is quite lovely outside today. But the plan is to sew something up. I'm going to put this down because it's really hot. So yeah, the plan is to sew something up. I think I'm gonna try to make a quilted vest, which sounds very ambitious, but I don't think it will be. So I will take you along for that as I sew up a little quilted vest. I have some really nice corduroy that I thrifted that I think would be perfect for it. And it's like proper vest season right now, so I think it's time to do that. Quilted vest. And I'm going to insert some clips because yesterday I went on a little fabric shopping trip with some ladies who live in Toronto like me and who are also sewists. And so we went to this very big fabric store called Fabric. And I'll insert some clips here because it was like truly chaotic. Like I've never been into a big fabric store before. I think the three of us also have been sewing. We started primarily sewing through the pandemic, so I think we like predominantly were buying our fabrics online, and we're like pretty comfy doing that. So going into like this huge space with so many fabrics was like an adventure, and having to like ask for someone to help you take things off the shelves so you can touch them and feel them and decide if you want to add them to your cart or not or whatever. So it was a lot of activity, and I had a lot of fun. I will finish my coffee and then show you what we got. But I don't think I'm going to be using any of those fabrics today. Gotta toss those in the wash, and then I'm gonna make this vest. I don't know why this is like the project that's compelling me today, but I'm gonna make the vest. I don't know, this could be like a gigantic bust, but I'm hoping for a win because truthfully, I had filmed all this week a video of a blouse I was making, and then yesterday I completely destroyed it. Accidentally, of course, and then on purpose because it was just not, I was not able to save it. We'll just say that. So that project went into the toilet, and I was feeling really discouraged, and so I decided, that's okay. Today is the day. We're going to make up for it. We're going to do this quilted vest, and I'm hoping I can finish it in one day because I'm trying to do a garment a week, and today's Sunday. That's technically the end of the week, or beginning of the week. We're going to call it the end of the week, and Monday will be the beginning of the week. So wish me luck because I don't know. I don't know how long this will take. It could either not take that long or it could take an obscene amount of time. I'm not using a pattern. I'm going to draft one using my own clothing. So wish me luck. And I'm going to drink this coffee and then we're going to get into it. So I'll see you very soon. Okay, friends. So I mentioned I went to the fabric store yesterday with some Toronto sewing friends, and I'm gonna show you what I got. Now, it is very overwhelming going in a fabric store as big as Fabric after only predominantly shopping online for fabric for the past 2 years. So I was pretty overwhelmed when I was in there, and I had kind of had a plan, but it's not like when you're shopping online and you can kind of go by category, and it's a lot more happening, and so you're not really sure what you're looking at all the time, and you have to really ask for like specifics like cotton or stretch, knits, whatever, all that stuff. So I started off pretty chaotic in my search, and then I slowly started to like kind of see everything come together. So let us go. I knew that I wanted to get a couple knits because I don't usually work with knits and I've been wanting to explore it. So the first one I got is, I think I have a little bit more of this than maybe I thought. I guess this is a meter, but it feels quite big. But this is a meter. It's this really lovely cream colored rib. And I know like a lot of people will use rib for like, you know, something like this on the, like a sweatshirt or whatever. But I really like ribbing just for like a turtleneck in itself. I'm thinking with this, I'll probably make like a Nico turtleneck or something like that. It's just like, it's quite soft. It looks like it's a, yeah, like a 1x1, like a very fine rib. And it's got like good stretch, but it's not like too stretchy. So I'm really excited about this. Yeah, I am gonna wash it up and hopefully sew something with it this week. So good find. Cream colored knit. I think it's like pretty, like it's a staple, like a turtleneck for the closet, but I'm excited to try knitting or try sewing with knits again, because it's honestly been a bit chaotic for me to even learn how to sew with knit fabric. It has not worked well so far, but I think now I've like read enough about it and watched enough videos, and I think we're good. I think we've got it under control. So on that note, we have one more knit. So this is another rib. Again, like I think I was just really feeling the rib. There's so many kids outside. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but they're very happy. It's a bright sunny day here. So this is a bit less soft. I'm hoping it like softens up a bit in the wash. This is, I got a meter and a half. It's a very like dark green knit. You can kind of see here, it's again like a 1x1. It's got that like horizontal stretch this way, but pretty much no vertical stretch, as you can see. So I'm not sure that it will work that well for a turtleneck because, well, it might. It's just like, you know, I'll have to play around with it. If you have any ideas, let me know. It's quite lovely. Maybe it could even like be a dress, but I really love the color. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera here, but it's like a deep forest green. And I think having like a nice, like really fitted top or a fitted dress might be quite nice. So this is something that I have to think about. I don't really have like a project off the top of my head with it, but you know, a standard like turtleneck or long sleeve. So these are the two knits that I got. Yeah, I think, you know, these really work well with the colors I'm curating in my wardrobe right now. So here we go. Next up, I have this mystery knit, and honestly, I have no idea what this is. It kind of feels like some sort of like Tencel, lyocell, like spandex jersey, maybe. Like it's it's got quite a like a smooth, a bit of a cool hand, and it is definitely like a stretch fabric, but it doesn't have like too much stretch, just like a little bit. But I think it would be really pretty for a button-up. I feel like it's definitely like a Tencel, maybe like a Tencel jersey. I haven't really seen much Tencel jersey. But yeah, it has that kind of like cool soft hand, but it's still a knit, and I'm not really sure what to do with it. I'm thinking like a button-up. This is like hands down like my favorite color ever. That like kind of steely blue-gray actually goes really well with the sweater that I just knit. I'll show you one sec. Yeah, so like you can kind of see these are like a lot of the tones that I'm playing with in my wardrobe right now. So I really love this. It's quite like weighty. I feel like I got a lot of it. I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but the more that I touch it, the more I really am happy I got this, even though I don't fully know what it is. So maybe a shirt, maybe like a pullover, like a kind of like a polo, a long sleeve polo or something. I don't know yet. Let me know if you have any ideas for this. I just bought it because I love the color and it feels like super luxurious. So I'm looking forward to this. So 3 knits, even though this one, I don't even know if it just doesn't really feel like most knits that I've worked with. Anyways, I don't know why I'm looking so hard at this. It's definitely a knit and not a woven, but anyways, moving on to the next. Oh, here, I got some zippers. Let me find the other one. I just got 3 zippers. I got this green zipper for a pair of green jeans using some bull denim from Blackbird Fabrics. And then I got this blue one there. I actually can't remember why I bought this. I feel like maybe I thought it was black in the store. But anyways, we got a blue zipper. That's okay, it'll get used. And then this cream or like taupey zipper that I'm gonna use for the side zip on my Jenny overalls that I'm gonna make. So 3 zippers, nothing too exciting there. And then lastly, I got some denim. And this was definitely the most expensive thing on my list. It was $15 a yard or a meter, whatever their measurements are. And honestly, like, I think that's pretty good. I feel like denim goes for a lot more. This is it. This is a like deep kind of indigo color. It is no stretch. It is definitely like a heavy weight. I actually love this even more now that I see it. This is the selvage, so it's not like the prettiest selvage in the world, but you know, it's nice. And yeah, this is like, I'm gonna make the Rudy Jude jeans with these, or Rudy Jude inspired jeans with like the double front knees and the top stitching, contrast top stitching. I think that this would be perfect, but I'm gonna make my 12 first, which I mentioned I think in one of my past videos that this is like nice denim. I'm not gonna cut into it yet. I definitely want to wait and make sure I get like the fit down before I cut into the nice denim. So yeah, I think that's everything I got. Yeah, so that's what I bought. I would say their prices were pretty reasonable. Everything was like, you know, around like $6 to $8 a yard, except for the denim, which I said was $15 a yard, which again, like it's nice denim, like it's really nice denim. It feels really strong and sturdy. So that's what I got. I'm gonna wash all of this stuff and hopefully start making some stuff this week with it. And I will again take you along with me when I do that. Now I'm going to, yeah, put this stuff away, maybe put it in the wash now or later, I'm not sure yet. And then I'm gonna get started on my vest that I mentioned, which I'm still not sure if that is a like very bold choice. It's like noon right now and I'm really hoping I can finish it today. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. So anyways, chill Sunday, cozy vibes, and sewing. Let's get to sewing. Okay friends, I am wearing this shirt that does not go with this outfit, but the reason why I'm wearing it is because I like the fit of it. I like the fit through the shoulders, and I also like, yeah, I'm just a fan of the general fit of it. So I'm going to use this as my sort of pattern piece for the vest. And I'm gonna basically trace this onto my fabric and then make an adjustment to the pattern and go from there. So what I'm gonna do first is lay down half and then the other half. I am gonna make the armholes a bit deeper and I probably will add a bit of boxiness. But overall, this is kind of the general shape. I like the neckline. I think that's all gonna stay pretty similar. So let us get to the pattern pieces. I'm making the pattern pieces for my vest by tracing over this shirt. So essentially I folded it in half at the back and I'm going around to get the shape of the shoulders, the armhole, the neckline, the side seams, all of that, and then adjusting the pattern shape on the fabric itself to make it a bit boxier or change the armhole or, what other changes I'm looking to have in my pattern piece. And then from there, I will cut out the pattern and I will use this as a template again on my batting as well as on the canvas I'm using. Now that I have a little quilt sandwich here, you can see the cord on top, the batting is the red in the middle, well it's actually felt, and then the canvas is at the bottom. Now I made a template. You can see the side that I'm tracing is a little bit more even than the other side. I initially free-handed the other side, which resulted in it looking pretty wonky, but this side I used bowls to make concave and convex, honestly surprised that I remember those terms, shapes to have that wavy pattern, and then I cut it out to create the stencil, and now I'm just tracing along. I started in the middle because for the other one, started at the edge and moved my way from left to right, but I found starting it in the middle for some reason it just worked out better, and then I could kind of fill in the gaps on the sides a bit more free-handed. You don't have to do it this way, I just liked it, and I'm eyeballing the shapes, or at least the space in between the stencil. You could definitely use like a ruler and measure the spaces, but I eyeballed it and it worked for me. I don't think it's really that noticeable if you're looking very close. The quilting I did was quite subtle anyways, but I was happy with it. But you could definitely make it more precise if you want to. As I quilt my pieces, I'm beginning from the middle of the fabric and then moving off to one side and then starting from the middle again and moving off to the other side. This is to help evenly distribute the fabric, and I felt like this technique worked pretty well. Okay, I have all my quilted pieces here, 1, 2, and 3. This is what the back looks like. Please excuse my cat Fluff because it's all over the place, predominantly on the floor, which is where she goes. But I think it looks pretty good. I'm actually really liking how the navy thread looks in contrast on the green side, and then it's hard to tell exactly what the blue side looks like because of all of the lines from the yellow, but I'm pretty excited about everything that we have here. And now I'm just going to, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the loose threads on this. Get rid of that. But now I'm going to pin everything at the shoulder seams, stitch it together, and then we're gonna think about the binding part. So I think I'm actually gonna just trim up these edges here so that they all are nice and neat. And then I'm going to stitch it together and then see what needs binding, what not needs binding, if we're going to actually make this reversible or not. I keep going back and forth on the fence. So let us start. I'm going to trim this up and then we're going to sew and then I will report back here. Okay, I'm losing light and my space is a mess, but this is what it looked like before I made any adjustments. Pretty boxy, pretty shapeless. And then this is kind of where we're at now after some adjustments. I'm still not 100% sure how it's gonna look. I think I'm gonna crop it just a little bit. But I'm gonna add the bias binding and all of that, and then, well, I'm gonna do the same to the side and then add the bias binding to finish it off. And then, yeah, hopefully this works out. But I probably won't film anymore today because the light is gone, and I'm not sure how much more I'll do on this anyways. So, see you tomorrow. All right, we are haggard. It is it's Monday. I'm hoping to put this YouTube video out today or tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But I just made a whole ton of bias binding to wrap the vest in. So I'm going to put the bias binding. This is exhausting to make, by the way. I'm going to put the bias binding onto the vest and then do the clasps, the buttons or snaps, whatever I end up doing, and that will be it. So we're almost done. I'm almost done. Let's get this going. Let's just finish it up. Who just attached all of her bias binding to her vest with a ghost bobbin? Me. I did. I basically did the whole armhole, and none of it was actually attached because of this baby. All right. Well, I think this will be the last bobbin I have to fill for this project, so that is at least a good thing. I wish I could show you my room right now and how absolutely horrible it is. There's just like cord fluff everywhere. And Layla has making herself home on my fabric. Layla! Layla! Layla, there you are. Hello. Yeah, all right, bobbin time. And then I'm gonna reattach it. Hey everyone, we're back. I finished the vest. I did not capture a ton of footage on it because my storage in my phone, and then because I film on my phone, and then on my computer, everything was just like compounding, so I didn't have enough storage. So anyways, I don't have all the complete footage of the end of the video, but that is okay. It was honestly a little disappointing because I don't like how the vest turned out. Womp womp. Very sad. It's okay though, you know, it does happen, and I did learn some things. I haven't learned a whole lot about fitting. I will say that's something that's still like a real big struggle for me, but I'm not gonna get myself down about it because it is what it is. Sewing fails happen. It's not even like a fail. Like the one before, sorry, my cat was just distracting me. It's not even like a fail because like the project before this was an actual fail because it literally just combust. I just seen so many times that the fabric just like, you know, fell apart. That's okay. I did learn about quilting, which is amazing. I made my own bias tape for the first time. Also amazing, and well, not amazing, but it's cool. But I am, you know, gonna use the bias binding making technique again. So I learned that, and I will definitely be using the quilted technique that I did and the pattern that I created again. Also a win. Is the vest wearable? Yes-ish. Will I wear it? Unclear. But that's okay. I know that things happen, and I feel good that next time I'll probably use a pattern, to be honest. I don't know if my like fitting skills are, you know, good enough for drafting my own patterns. Well, they are good enough. My patience is not good enough yet. I don't love to trust the fitting process. I'm like, I want it to fit soon, if not immediately. But that's not how it always goes. Anyways, let me show you the vest and then we can go from there. So I'm gonna tilt you up this way. I told myself that when I monetize this channel, maybe by the end of the year, that would be cool, that I would buy myself a vlogging camera. So I would love if you helped me get my watch hours up. Shameless plug. Okay, here she is. Number one thing that is off is that this part is, well, this is just attention to detail really, which has never been my strong suit. I rounded it here, did not round it here. I could have sworn they were both rounded, but maybe just the way I did the bias binding. I think that's what happened, because bias binding here is a continuous edge. Like I did it, I just kept it going, and this is where it started and stopped. So I think that's maybe why we got that. Anyways, that's okay. Like I said, I really love the quilting on this. I'm really proud of how the quilting turned out. I could have probably used one more layer of batting, but anyways, that's cool. I did learn that, which I think is a really like good technique to know. And even just making all the bias binding, I'd never made my own bias binding before, especially not like a big like rope of it. So that was a good thing to learn. One thing I did not love was, you might be able to see, this thing is like covered in like micro fluff, because this cord, I don't know if it's all cord, but it just sheds like crazy. Like there's just little fluffs literally everywhere. It's wild. It was my messiest project to date. My sheeting definitely needs to be cleaned. We will do that later. But yeah, this is it. I like the fitting through the, if it was like gonna close here, I like the fitting through the waist. This is okay, I'm not crazy about it, but it's the neck. And honestly, I had tried it so many times and it seemed like it was gonna be okay. And then I put the bias binding on because I was like, okay, I think that this is about as close as we're gonna go, because it was looking good. And then as soon as I finished with the bias binding, it just didn't work out. Maybe I should have done like, I feel like I have what's called, I guess what do they call it? Like sway back. I should have done like a sway back adjustment. Someone mentioned it on here a little while ago, and I always think about it when I'm going to do a shirt or a vest or a jacket, and then I never do it. So maybe this is my time to remember to do a sway back in the future. Anyways, probably won't, but it would be a good new skill to try. So this is the vest. Is it wearable? Yes. Will I wear it? Unclear at the moment. But anyways, that's okay. It happens. And like I said, I did actually learn a lot from this, and I am proud of myself for trying it. It is a bummer when you have 2 projects in a row that don't go right. So if my energy is a little like less than bubbly at the moment, that is why. But this week, I have some plans. I have my serger right there and my serger thread there all ready to go. That's what I'm going to try out this week. But probably not next. Like that won't be the next thing that I do, because I don't know if I can handle another fail, quite truthfully. So what I will do, I think, is Baguettes, this indie pattern designer, came out with a project bag for knitting projects or whatever projects you want it to be. And I love it. It looks amazing. It looks simple enough that I can handle it. And yeah, and it's also like, you don't have to print the pattern. So you can just like draw out all the dimensions onto your fabric, which I love. The less like things to go wrong, the better. Although I guess having a pattern piece would maybe make it more foolproof. Anyways, regardless, I do love like a zero waste pattern, so that's kind of what is next on my list. And it will be perfect for the knitting project that I'm making, which is this like really fun bobble sweater. It's the Louise sweater, and I am really like, I wish it would be done already, but that's not how knitting works. And knitting is literally about the process. If it would be done already, I could just go buy a $300+ sweater from Misha and Puff, which is where this like idea came from. I digress. I will give you updates next week on how that knitting project is coming, and if I finish the project bag, I'll probably document that as well. And then maybe for next week or the week after, I will be getting into the serger, though like I said, I don't think I will be making a project with the serger this week, because I just don't want something else to go wrong. We need a win. We need like a quick win. That's what we need. The serger has like not been used and I don't know how long. It could probably use a tune-up, but I'm just gonna see how it goes first. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for being here. I am sorry to not be my usual happy bubbly self. How, you know, Aunt Flo has visited. It has been gray for a few days and rainy, and 2 projects did not go well in a row. So it's hard to be bubbly and optimistic. That said, we're gonna be good. I am not gonna sew today. I'm just gonna knit and take it easy and have coffee and tea and do a little bit of work. And that's gonna be the day. So I hope you all have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.